Well, folks, it is finally delivery day. We finally got her, and it was a pretty big pain to get her here. And I will be doing a video on the buying experience probably in a little while, but I'm sure you guys want to see it. So enough of my yapping. Let's have a look at it, and I'll show you what the dealer had done for me. Well, folks, there she is. 2023 Lowrider S. Now, I'd have liked to have done this video outside. Unfortunately, there is an awful lot of sleet and rain today, so not going to get the chance. It looks nice in the sun, I'll tell you that. Obviously, vivid black. I didn't go with the white, which I'm almost kicking myself a little bit. I did like the white, but anyway, let's get to what I had done to it. So first things first, right at the front of the bike, we have the Memphis Shades Del Rio. I wanted to actually do something a little small and sporty, so that's kind of what I went with. I wasn't a big fan of that little fairing. This is in the black smoke, which is kind of hard to see in this light. You can get another tint even darker. And this is, of course, it is removable. As you can see, it's clipped on there. I'm hoping it'll be enough to kind of keep a little bit of the wind off me, but we'll see going forward. Now, also at the front of the bike, as you can see, I've got the ape hangers on here, and I'm sure a lot of you are rolling your eyes and saying, my God, ape hangers, because most people like the tall risers, the T-bar setup, that kind of club style, but that's not really me. So these are 16-inch Carlini Gangster apes. They're the same, well, they're the same 16 inches as my Fat Boy. The risers on this are 4 inches, the stock risers. 16-inch bars for an overall rise of 20 inches, so exactly the same as my Fat Boy was. Now, still sticking with the front of the bike, as you can see, I have the forward controls put on this. I might have to adjust that brake pedal. It doesn't have much stroke, but I always liked the forward controls, sorry, on the bikes. I've had them on just about all mine, except of course for the old Sportster here, but I had them put on this bike. You can see there's where she used to come out of before, and I've always liked them. I like to stretch out a little bit. I'm about 6 feet tall, little gangly, so I like that little bit of a stretch. Now, the one thing people are probably wondering is about this heavy breather, and is it in the way? Obviously, all you got to do is look at the breakout to tell you if it's going to be in the way or not, and if you can do this, because I've heard some folks online say that you can't put forward controls on this because that breather is going to be in the way, and I can tell you, sitting on the bike, it's not in the way for me, for the way I ride anyway. Like, it's very close to my leg. It might even barely touch it, but it's not in the way, and I doubt it's going to hinder anything going forward. So now, let's have a look at those pipes. These are the Vance & Hines Big Radius 2 into 2s. I am a fan of Vance & Hines, that's why I stuck with them. I can tell you I did look at Pisani as well. But I've always liked the look of the swept pipes, the way they just come off. They give it a nice look. And I actually usually go with slip-ons, but this time I decided to go with the full meal deal. And I'm sure you're wondering what these pipes sound like, so let's find out. Now, one thing that I did was I went ahead, and as soon as I got this, I threw on the lay-down license plate holder. I wasn't a big fan of what it looked like with just the straight up and down stock holder, and I just threw on an old plate on this just to kind of show you how it fits. I'll get a new plate going forward, but I thought that kind of gave it a lot better of a profile than the stock holder. So the one last thing I had done to this bike, of course, it is a stage 1. So I had to have the tune put on, and I had to go with the Screaming Eagle Pro Street tuner. If you've watched some other videos, you'll know I'm not the biggest fan of those tuners, just because they're basically restricted for emissions, and as they're restricted, you're not going to get the bang for your buck that you might get out of an aftermarket tuner. Now, that being said, it's still a tune. It still gives you that bump, just maybe not quite as much as you could get from the aftermarket. The other reason I went with it, or actually the main reason I went with it, is because if you want to keep your warranty, at least on the engine anyways, you need to use that Pro Street tuner. If you use something aftermarket, something goes wrong with the bike, they hook it up to their computer and see it's tuned with something else, your warranty is done. It's void. It's over. But anyway, that's it. That's what I had done to the bike. I just got it. I'm excited. I'd like to take it for a ride today, but like I said, it's kind of sleety and rainy today. Possibly tomorrow or the next day, but the next video will be me taking the bike out and giving you my first impression of what the bike's like, how it handles, how it rides, especially compared to the Fat Boy that I had previous. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you later.